Joining me, Corey Lewandowski, Michael Caputo, and law professor Jonathan Turley. First, we go to Trump campaign manager and author of the book, Let Trump Be Trump, Corey Lewandowski. Corey, good to see you tonight. Thanks for being here. So it's pretty clear that we have seen a real sort of tack here, a real change in the way they're going about this.
I think that's right. And what you see now is Mayor Giuliani, a very well-known, well-respected former prosecutor, understands what the Mueller team is trying to do. And what he's outlined here is very clear. There has been no evidence of collusion whatsoever. And so for the entire premise of this investigation, which was supposed to be looking into whether Russia colluded with the Trump campaign to impact the election, that has not occurred. And now it's spun off in a series of different other things that they're looking into. And what the mayor is saying is, let's end this, or we're going to fight about what you really should be looking into.
What do you think Rudy Giuliani picked up on in that meeting that he had with Robert Mueller when he took over the job and said, look, let's sit down, let's talk about where we are here? What do you think he picked up on that triggered all of these changes?
Well, I don't know, but my guess would be is that the mayor sat down with the Mueller probe people and realized that they had no evidence whatsoever of collusion, which is exactly what the president's been saying, which is exactly what I've been saying. From day one, there is no evidence of collusion. So if that is what the goal was supposed to be, was to find any potential evidence of collusion between the Trump campaign and Russians or foreign officials, none of that exists. And I think probably what the mayor found out during that time was it didn't exist.
Well, we're about to talk to Michael Caputo in a minute, who says that he was shocked at everything that the Mueller team knew about every intricacy of this campaign. So we'll see. One of the things that I'm still going back to is this issue of the 49 questions. I want you to look very carefully at this passage from a Washington Post story. It says, in the wake of the testy March 5th meeting, Mueller's team agreed to provide the president's lawyers with more specific information about the subjects that the prosecutors wanted to discuss. With those details in hand, Trump lawyer Jay Sekulow compiled a list of 49 questions that the team believed the president would be asked. That suggests, Corey, that the 49 questions didn't come from Mueller's side. They came from Jay Sekulow. Do you know if that's true?
You know, I don't know it's true, but what's amazing to me is how all of this information gets played out in the media every day. I mean, look, it's really astonishing. This is supposed to be a series of professionals having communications back and forth about if the president's going to sit down and have an interview, what that scope of the conversation is going to be. Is it going to be interrogatories and questions answered, or is it going to be something else? And we see all of this in the news every day. And maybe that's a credit to some of the media agencies, but really, to me, it's more disturbing of the information that's getting out and being leaked from all over the place.
Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of it. I want to know what you think about this $130,000. The president said on the plane, you know, I don't know anything about it. You have to ask my personal attorney, Michael Cohen. Then Rudy Giuliani comes on last night and talks to Sean Hannity and says the president paid him back. That's a new story. What do you think went on here?
Well, that is new information. I wasn't aware of the information prior to Mayor Giuliani releasing that information to Sean Hannity. But what it sounded like was that there was a stipend every month to Mr. Cohen in the amount of, I think it was $35,000 a month or something like that. That was just paid consistently over a period of time. And from my understanding and what the mayor said, that money was not paid for from the campaign, has nothing to do with the campaign finance violation. That money came directly from then Mr. Trump to Mr. Cohen, and it was a series of payments that just seemed to take course over a regular period of time.
Yeah, Michael Avenatti, Stormy Daniels' attorney, was lapping this up. I mean, he seems to think that this is a huge issue, that the president has now admitted that he reimbursed, or his attorney has said he reimbursed him. He said, bring it on. You know, I see this all the time. I know exactly the game that these guys are playing.
Well, you know, it's amazing. That attorney has spent more time on television than he has litigating his own client's case. It's amazing, right? All he does is go on television, and he's trying this case in the court of public opinion. And what Mayor Giuliani revealed last night was that Mr. Trump, as a private citizen, had a contractual relationship with his attorney and paid him a series of payments over a standard period of time every month. That is not a newsworthy event, but this is what Stormy Daniels wants to make a newsworthy event. This is standard operating procedure for most people who deal with their attorneys. They just pay them every month. I don't understand what the question is.
Yeah. I just want to ask you quickly, Olivia Nuzzi, who actually wrote a story that was an interview with Michael Caputo, who's coming up next. You're suing her. She apparently went into your house uninvited? according
Well,
to
it's
you?
not apparently. She's admitted. Not according to her. According to her, she broke into my home in Washington, D.C. We call that breaking and entering unless you call it something else, right? You can't just walk into somebody's home. She took pictures inside the home, and all of a sudden, a photo album that was at my home has gone missing right after she left. Now, I'm not accusing her. I'm just telling you the facts. You can't just walk into somebody else's home and say it's under the guise of journalism. That's not how it works. So, my attorney has notified her employer that we will continue to pursue legal action on this, because if this was me, or a conservative reporter walked into the home of, pick a liberal commentator, whoever that may be, the media would be in outrage. But instead, she has the audacity to she knocked for 10 minutes and nobody answered, and then she just let herself in. How do you do that? That's a crime. She has to be held accountable.
All right, Corey, thank you. We'll keep an eye on it. Thanks for being here tonight.
Thank you.